Alco Arena looking great tonight for Game 3 of the best-of-7 Western Conference semifinal. The Dallas Mavericks, the Sacramento Kings, all square at one. As we look at the Bud Light starting lineups on the Sacramento side, you will see that Hedo Turkoglu is the one taking Weber's plays, along with Divac, Peja Stojakovic, Doug Christie, and Mike Bibby. Dallas with their familiar five: Steve Nash, Michael Finley, Eduardo Nahara, Dirk Nowitzki, and Rafe LaFrentz, with Nick Van Exel, 36 points in the last game, waiting to come off the bench. All square at one as they were last year. Both teams averaging just about 240 points a game. So tighten up the track shoes tight. Get ready for a race. A lot of excitement here in Sacramento as the playoffs come back. The only team not to lose on its home floor this postseason. The Kings start with it. Check the wrinkle in the matchups without Weber out there. Nowitzki has Vlade, who comes down the lane to Bibby, who told me right before the tip he will be more aggressive on both ends tonight, and he starts with a 2.
And you saw the Mavericks, doesn't matter whether they hold you or they don't hold you. They're going to get out of the net quick and go and try to get into their offense quickly.
Nash up top. Nahara the screen. Misses the 2. Divac gets the rebound. Bibby tees Turkoglu. Good playoff last year when injuries forced him into the lineup. It was the injury to Peja Stojakovic that forced Turkoglu to play in the deciding 5th game of this meeting between these two teams. Adrian Griffin lost it out of bounds.
The fracture to the orbital bone is so close to the eyeball that if they had fitted a mask to it, it would have impaired his vision. He swears he wouldn't have worn it anyway, Mike.
He said it would have bothered him too much. Christie from the outside connects, and that's very important for Sacramento. Doug Christie's been struggling from the field.
Well, we talk about who's going to step up for the Kings. It's not only going to be important for them to score, but who's going to guard Dirk Nowitzki.
Good ball rotation to Griffin. So Adrian Griffin inserted into the starting lineup here and came out 7 of 12, a career playoff best 15 in the Game 2 dominant performance in Dallas. Bibby splits the double, goes right to the hoop. And Vlade Divac is shaken up. Adelman telling the team to give a foul as there's 5-on-4 here. Nobody saw that. Divac back up, coming to join the play as Nash misses. Bibby gets the rebound and goes out of bounds. Rick Adelman was telling us that Weber wants to give it a chance, that if it can heal over the next couple of weeks, you're in that 2-3 week neighborhood, then Weber might be able to play. If he had the surgery, there'd be no chance of him coming back. Your best scorer and the guy who does so much and draws, Tom, so much attention.
Well, you just feel bad for him. I mean, you work your whole season to get here. Weber this year, I mean, everybody being out with injuries.
Second to Toronto for most games missed because of injury this year. Divac showing no signs of the bang he took a moment ago. Hits both free throws. And Dallas is on a drive. They've only scored 2 points in 2 minutes. Unheard of.
Get it going.
Game 2. Sacramento's defending better. It's been a half-court game. That helps Dallas. Finley tries to break it open. He missed the 3. Good rebound, though, by Griffin. Mavericks 1 of 5 thus far.
Oh, get Dirk a shot. Get him to hoist one up there. He hasn't shot the ball yet.
No, he is not. Nash has missed 2 shots. Now 3. All flowing Sacramento's way in the first 3 minutes. Christie turned away by Nahara, whose presence forced Griffin's hand, and then Nash's takeaway.
Well, that was good defense. That's accidental by Dallas.
Come on. Here is Finley over Stojakovic. Brutal shooting start. 1 of 7 for the Mavs, and here is Peja. Griffin on the board.
That's as bad as you will see him miss a jump shot the rest of this evening.
Nahara, offense not his first thought. He's in there for hustle, scrappiness, defense. Dirk makes his first shot of the night. Nowitzki coming off 24 points and 12 boards in Game 2, 18 and 11 in Game 1. Just shy of averaging a double-double here in the playoffs, as he was during the regular season. He knocks that one out. Sack ball.
You can't stop that.
Good defense by Nahara. Knocks this away. Finley draws the D and kicks to Nash. First field goal of the night for Steve. Coming off 8 of 11 in Game 2. Divac spinning in the lane. Well, certainly more involved than he was in Dallas on Thursday night.
When we talk about pace, that took all of 5 seconds on a made bucket to get it down and score.
Photo galleries, video highlights, and more. Love it live on NBA.com. And a technical foul is called by Joey Crawford. It's on Eduardo Najera.
I think when a superstar gets a tee, coach usually like, I don't worry about it. Go out there and get him. Somebody like that gets a tee, it's like, what are you doing?
Well, they're back at it, banging again. Go to the floor here, and it's called on Najera.
And Nick Van Exel coming in. In essence, Dirk Nowitzki will play the center position, both offensively and defensively, although there's nothing stoic about him on the offensive end.
Oh, he's battling with Vlade Divac, and Divac picked up the offensive foul. 36 points. Most points by a reserve in more than a decade in the NBA playoffs. Earl Bailey was the last to go that high coming off the bench. Griffin baseline, good rotation there. Good D. Nowitzki. Turkoglu coming out made a difference there. Divac back to the floor. Van Exel's first shot. Nick calling for the foul.
But Divac's doing a nice job on the glass. He's got to get some help. Page has got to be back. Turkoglu's got to be back and give him some help on the defensive glass.
Hedo Turkoglu. Nowitzki gets the board. Vlade going for that best foreign film Oscar once again. On cue. Here is Nowitzki.
The Trout.
And Nowitzki and Vlade are jawing back and forth, back up the floor.
Just call him King Salmon, Trout, whatever you want to call him. The guy can flop like no other, but the official's not buying it that time.
Look at this.
There he goes.
On Vlade. Correct call. He's going to get a tee if he's not careful. It looked less of a foul on tape than it did live, didn't it? Hey, you play for them, you get some of them.
Yep, exactly.
Van Exel. Doug Christie was all fired up. He and Bobby Jackson about shutting down Van Exel. Their defensive ability was challenged. Bibby rimmed it out. Nowitzki has been very physical and aggressive thus far. Whoa.
Who's going to be able to control the glass on both ends of the court?
Griffin let Bibby fly by. Dallas 4 of 14 here in the opening 6 minutes. Stojakovic inside. Foul on the floor. A little bit off the edge of the bench, obviously, to keep that knee out of harm's way. Stojakovic deep triple. Nowitzki goes up and gets it. Page has been great from behind the arc against the Mavs last year and this.
Well, he needed a map to find out where the arc was on that one.
Stojakovic came over for the double. Nash missed his three. So Nash is 1 of 5. Finley's 0 of 3. Pager couldn't catch it. Comes right to Bibby. Toss to Clark. Well, everything went in for Dallas in game 2. Nothing going in right now. Van Exel trying to make it happen. Nice drop for Dirk. And Nowitzki, only Mav who's on pace here. 3 of 4. He has 3 of the 5 Dallas field goals for Don Nelson, who's gone for cotton in the ears here at Arco tonight. It is that loud in this building. Van Exel fouled Christie. Frustrating 48 hours it has been for Weber, thrown away that time. Raja Bell has come in the game to join Van Exel, Nash, Finley, and Nowitzki. The 5 on the floor for Dallas. The only guy going for the Mavs. He's carrying the team now, 4 of 5. He has 8. And it's back to a 1-point game. Christie inside. It's going the other way. Offensive foul. Sacramento has 3 offensive fouls and 7 turnovers, offsetting their 50% shooting here in the first couple of minutes. The Mavs are 6 of 17 thus far. A much lower scoring first quarter than we've seen in the other games. Van Exel so hot in game 2 has opened 0 of 3 here in game 3. Peja Stojakovic. His first field goal.
Yeah, Nick might even think once before shooting it next time. Believe me, 0 for 7 is not going to dissuade Nick.
Big 3 from Finley up top. As Michael's hamstring injury that stopped him at the end of the season is getting stronger. Bibby to the cup. Counted on a foul. Bibby, who averaged 20 points per game in the playoffs last year, 16 a game in the regular season, a dozen in the playoffs thus far this year. Production off a little bit.
Well, by nature, he's not a selfish player. He's going to try to get everybody involved, but he has to be selfish now that Chris Webber's out.
Nash 1 of 6, being outplayed by Bibby, who has 7 points. Turkoglu! Then Dallas seemed to step slow on the offensive end because it's half court. They're not getting anything full court. Dirk is 4 of 5 from the field. The rest of the Mavs are 3 of 15, and this is an offensive foul. Raja Bell's moving screen. 5 of the 11 whistles called here in the first 9 minutes. Stojakovic 2-man game with Keon Clark. Steps back and launches. Finley around Stojakovic, met by Clark. 7 of 21. Turkoglu on the move, picked by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's handled most of it for the Mavs. They are, as a team, 33%. A far cry from the 77% they shot in quarter number 1 of game 2. Bobby Jackson back in. Cracked orbital bone. Inside is Jackson for 2.
And you might worry about some players being aggressive with that. Not this guy. He is a little Jack Russell Terrier. He'll get in there. He's going to battle. He's going to play his game. And his game is being physical for a guy at 6'1". 18 points for Nick Van Exel, leading the subs. Bobby Jackson at 14 points and was averaging 20 points a game when he was a starter earlier this year.
They had Finley on the mismatch covered by Bibby, but it was knocked away. The foul on Stojakovic doesn't cost anything. Christie the miss, and Van Exel comes away with the rebound. What would you like to see Dallas do on this end? Well, that's a little bit of it, right?
You got to get going. I mean, they're a team that has to play on the edge a little bit. And shots like that, they're going to make some, they're going to miss some, but that's the way they have to play. They're not going to be a typical NBA team, set it up, do this. They can, but just on the edge, take some shots that other teams normally wouldn't take.
Look at Jackson go aggressively. Clark couldn't catch, did, got it, and a foul.
Get into the hoop, get into the free throw line. The points will start coming.
Clark makes the free throw. 8 of 11 down this postseason. Nash comes to sit with Avery Johnson, not on the playoff roster for Dallas. Rafe LaFrentz has come in to match Clark's size inside. Free up Nowitzki on the offensive end a little bit. And here is Finley inside. And Stojakovic presented himself defensively. It is 4-on-2 led by Bibby. Bounce to Christie. Swing it to Jackson for 2 more. A 15-3 Sacramento run.
And what was amazing about that break, all 4 guys that were down in that break could handle, could shoot it, could penetrate. That's when it's dangerous.
Finley trying to post Jackson. Van Exel gives it to him in a tough spot. Jackson being physical. Nowitzki over Stojakovic. Silencer.
He amazes me every time I watch that guy play.
Pacey tries to beat him on this end, though. Get it right back. Window for 2. Nowitzki has 11, Stojakovic 8, leading their respective teams. Sacramento shooting 68% from the field. A miss by Nowitzki. It's 5-on-4. LaFrentz behind the play. On the
Look
go,
out.
Christie. No, running in the middle. Quick, Nick, 2. Sacramento's doing what Dallas did after the makes. It's like over midcourt and 3 seconds on the clock. And they're shooting like they did in the last game. 72% from the field in the opening quarter. 15 of 21 for Sacramento. Shot clock off, and it's on their feet at Arco. Van Exel will take the 3.
Still one of my, I still got one of my favorite memories. You got me on the wrong track.
That's okay.
Bob Welsh, Reggie Jackson. Back at age like 78, 79, and Reggie hitting the home runs. But it's a, it's a pace that Dallas likes right now. They're just missing shots. I mean, they're just missing shots. there's really not much you can say. I mean, this is the way they play, and you go through stretches when you're a jump shooting team.
Jimmy Jackson in the game. Finley rises up to connect over him, and it's 36.
Like most people, you would say, if they miss that shot, on most teams would say bad shot. That's how they live on the edge. They live taking those type of jump shots. Just got to do a better job in transition defense and covering up the bucket.
Nice defensive job on the pick and roll by Nowitzki. Christie unable to convert. Keon Clark inside keeps the possession alive. Bobby Jackson shoots three. And Finley goes up to get it. Rajabel, Rafe LaFrentz, Nick Van Exel, Nowitzki, and Finley. There's two starters out here right now for Don Nelson.
One thing Dallas misses with Eduardo Nahara on the bench is his defensive rebounding and his toughness. They don't have that without him. Somebody's got to step up and help on the boards.
Jackson right in Van Exel's face. Only two to shoot. He'll shoot. Don't worry. He got it off. And Jackson the rebound. Very good suffocating in your shorts defense on that trip from Sacramento. They are not going to give Nick free looks here tonight.
Well, Peja Stojakovic has waved him off.
To a score, clutter, and confusion.
Just get out of my way. Let me be.
Christie up top. Well, his shooting has been just plain off with 3 games. We're going to have game 3 of the Lakers in San Antonio. Game 4, excuse me, of the Lakers San Antonio. Our coverage will begin with shoot around at 3 Eastern, tip time around 3:30. Lakers trying to even the best of 7. Jim Jackson the miss. Nowitzki the rebound, and to echo everyone else, our best wishes to Phil Jackson for a speedy recovery as possible.
You know the triangle, everybody knows the system, but you know when your head coach tells you something, a little bit tougher, but they've won 3 championships, Shaq and Kobe, they'll be fine.
1 of 2 on the first free throw attempts of the night for Dallas. Free throws have been extraordinarily lopsided in this series. Very little to do with officiating, more with style of play. Huge Sacramento edge.
Laker purple, not King purple. He said he wore it in honor of Phil Jackson.
Classy from Nelly. Jimmy Jackson watched by Finley. Stojakovic in rhythm as the sweetest looking shot. Both he and Dirk are 1 and 1A, but when they get it with their feet set, fun to watch. The reply from LaFrentz is off, and Bobby Jackson goes up and gets the ball.
Well, I guess the question is, what are you doing giving Stojakovic room to breathe, room to sniff? You can't rotate off him. You got to be up in his shorts and not let him get that shot off, because just a crack of daylight and he can do it.
Bobby Jackson lost with French. The open man is Jimmy Jackson. For 3. Sacramento has tripled 3 times, shooting 63%, leading by 16. Nowitzki goes to the goal. 13 for Dirk.
Are you kidding me? Spin up, hang, double clutch, and still get it to go?
Jimmy Jackson set the screen. Stojakovic. Man, Peja 5 of 7 from the field. 2 of them 3-pointers. Both he and Nowitzki matched with a baker's dozen.
And now you know why he was waving off Keon Clark in the pick and roll.
Van Exel drives the quick hit, draws it all to leave Finley free. So a much better shooting quarter here for the Mavs thus far.
Nice pass.
From Bibi to Stojakovic, it will be goaltending on LaFrentz. 46-31, a 15-point lead. For Sac, LaFrentz to the goal. It's a 2. Sacramento, it's 2 possessions in a row. They've been over the midcourt line 1 second into the shot clock. It's just...
Well, they're not waiting for anybody. Boy, somebody better come help him.
Jim Jackson over Van Exel using the size advantage.
He's so thick. I mean, Jimmy Jackson's a thick guy. And Nick Van Exel is going to have trouble if they want to man-on-man him on the low block.
Nash took the bump. Made it easily.
More release points than any player in the league, I think. Just left-handed, right-handed, fading away, leaning in, sideways.
Keon Clark tried to make a move on LaFrentz, turned it over. Dirty and nasty on the 2-on-1. Dirk can't finish. Good hustle back by Jackson. It's 4-on-3. Bobby Jackson had it knocked away by Van Exel. Christie sees an opening baseline. LaFrentz swapped it away as Christie comes to the line.
Look at that right there. 13 and then just exploded for 36. And He can't get too comfortable with a 15-point lead because the exchange rate when these two teams play is about a 6.5-point lead right now.
6.5 is the exchange. Okay.
Yes.
That's it. 2.5 for one. LaFrentz, that's 2. He misses. Nash's hustle keeps this possession alive. All 4 of the big scores on the floor for Dallas. Nowitzki knocked down, missed the 3. Possession kept alive for the second time by Nash. Can't give them too many chances, can you?
There's Steve Nash in there. Moses Malone scrapping up on the offensive boards. Wow.
Yeah. Took a couple there. Christie, it's 2.
He's not only missing, his scope's up. He's not even close on those outside jump shots.
Van Exel missed the 3. Nowitzki the offensive board. LaFrentz on the glass. This is 4 offensive boards this trip for Dallas. These 2 trips, excuse me.
And you look at the team they have there out on the court. Keon Clark, 6'11", but frail. Bibby, Jackson, and Christie. Everyone's got to be accountable. Everybody's got to lock on a man and get a rebound.
Nash from the top for 3 more. So Dallas getting back in it with its outside shooting. 6 of 14 from 3. And since Peja has sat, Dallas has chipped 4 off the lead. Keon Clark is talking to Rafe LaFrentz as he's making his move. The former Mav Jackson turns it over. Van Exel has Nash. He also has the ability to take it himself.
And just like that.
Nice exchange rate call. The lead is 7.
Well, they seem to they have lost their way a little bit in the half-court offense. Peja was going so well, they're just getting to him and let him create. Now who do you go to?
Clark comes across.
Holy mackerel.
I think Rafe was ready for that delivery. And tripped over, pushed too hard. Look for sports. You'll be seeing plenty more on ESPN HD. All of our Sunday night baseball games as well are in high definition, available on ESPN HD. Sacramento brings Divac and Stojakovic back in the game after the Dallas run, and those 2 convert right there. Nice out of the timeout with the 2 newly inserted players, sack plus 11.
And 2 good passes. A pass to set up a pass.
Nowitzki, eyes wide open because of the switch as they ran that pick and roll multiple times to get the mismatch. Stojakovic will try to post on Finley.
Well, that's a little different matchup for him right there. Not as long as Nowitzki, but more athletic.
Tough shot. Good job by Finley defensively there. All 4 of the scorers who scored over 100 points combined in that record-setting game 2. Van Exel misfired, and Jimmy Jackson will get it on the run. Nice job to go behind the back. Bibby back to Jax. A lot of contact. Lay on. There's Mike Callahan.
Well, I'm surprised. He slided on somebody like that. That's dangerous. That should have been a foul.
Finley missed. Nowitzki did not. The 7-foot German now has 15 points on the night. Nowitzki 6 of 12 from the field and 7 rebounds.
Dallas doing a great job of scrapping for rebounds, too.
Yeah,
getting all the loose balls down there. Nash got a couple, and Nowitzki with that one. My goodness.
Maybe spun and turned to look for the official. Meantime, Nash leaking on the other end.
The 1-on-4 fast break.
As only Nelly could do it, right? Only a Nelly team could love that. Divac's posting on LaFrentz. While he climbs across the lane. So 1 more at the line for Divac. First miss in 4 tries. 55-47, 3.5. So Kevin and Greg in the studio. Enjoyed Michael Olowokandji's visit earlier tonight. LaFrentz. Rafe has not had his shot going, but he chased it down. Couldn't squeeze it. Jackson on the move. They can't stop him. To Bibby. It's been a very good offensive half for Mike Bibby. He has 11. Knew he had to step up his offense here this evening. On Bibby. There you go, right back to him here. 57-47 at the 3-minute mark. Nash Bibby head-to-head has been enjoyable thus far.
And you got to have somebody rotate over to the pick and pod because he can shoot.
LaFrentz missed it. Finley, another offensive rebound. Dallas has been great on the offensive glass this quarter. 7 for the game. Finley for three.
The thing about the offensive rebounds, when they're getting them, they're cashing in on the second or third attempt. I mean, they're coming away with triples, layups, and that's what hurts you.
Offensive boards and second chance points have swung in this quarter. Here's the Sacramento fans rising for Divac against LaFrentz. No foul, no hoop. Dallas can make it 5 or 4. Mavs trailed by 16 at one point. They have not led tonight. Nowitzki dives to the floor first and got the ball. Got back in the play. Only the third free throw attempted by the Mavericks tonight. They are 1 of 2 at the line.
I mean, with the jump shooting team, unless you get fouled on the jump shot, you're going to stay out there and not get on the line. So that disparity doesn't mean they're officiating one way or the other. It just means that's the style they play.
To further illustrate that, there's only a 4 foul difference in fouls called in this series, one team or the other. So it certainly is where the fouls are being committed, style of play. Jackson off the window. Makes it 59-52 inside of 2 minutes. Adrian Griffin back in the game to join LaFrentz, Nowitzki, Nick Van Exel, and Steve Nash.
Adrian Griffin may be the only guy in the court right now that wouldn't have fired that shot. And did.
LaFrentz lost Bibby with that little bump there, and Van Exel hits another 3. Nick is just 4 of 11 here tonight. 10 points, a couple of triples. And as a team, the Mavs continue to shoot well from behind the arc. It's kept them in it here in the first half. Vlade Divac.
Oh, he's still a guy you get him at point-blank range. Oh, he's just gone over 60, by the way. Point-blank range, I mean, he can make that little jump hook.
Well, this thing is tightened really positively for Dallas, though. They're within 4 with a minute to go till halftime. Game 4 of this series, and New Jersey and Boston will be on TNT Monday at 8. As Byron Scott's Nets go for the clincher, and how impressive were they last night. Now 20 of 7 of 32, 27 of 32, he said, from the line. They will get both teams to 60 here at the half. Dallas is going to have like 20 fewer points at the half than they did the last game and still be close to 60.
Well, it's an odd matchup right here. You get all the offensive firepower, and you're isolating Adrian Griffin.
Put one up and in over Divac.
Not exactly the easiest shot either.
Oh, and a violation called on the inbounds by Joey Crawford. Wife Mary Kay and Laura and Caitlin, the other 2 daughters. Everybody's doing okay, Rick told us. He's thinking of them. We wanted to send them our best as well. This is for the tie. It is a Van Exel 3. And from down 16, Dallas has squared the game at 62. And Nick is fired up. He's talking to Joe Maloof, the owner of the Kings here. 5 seconds the difference. Game and shot clock coming down at the end of the half. 4 to shoot for Jackson in the lane. Nice. Hang in the air as LaFrentz was there defensively. 8 points, 4, 6 boards for Bobby Jackson with a broken bone in his face. LaFrentz to beat the clock. Off the mark. Nowitzki can't keep it alive. It's no basket. And we have reached halftime. All right, Michelle, the paint points, I should say. Controlled by Sac in that game, in that first half, 26-12.
And a lot of those are from fast breaks. It's not just because you're dominating inside, because you're getting out and scoring easy buckets.
Nash a 3, and Dallas leads for the first time tonight, 65-64. So the Mavs, who trailed by as many as 16, have roared back in this one, outscoring Sacramento 37-20 over the last 10 minutes.
Well, if you're going to make close to 23s, it's going to be hard to beat you.
Turkoglu missed it, got it back. Hito in the starting lineup in place of Chris Webber. Much talk if it was going to be Keon Clark or Turkoglu. Disbelieving face there from Stojakovic for a second. Look at that unbelievable 3-point shooting from Dallas as Turkoglu tried to match it there, but misfired on a triple. Eduardo Nahara, Adrian Griffin, Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki, and Michael Finley. Over Stojakovic, Nowitzki. With the help coming, too, from Christie.
Well, if you're going to come, you better come earlier than that. Because once he rises up, it doesn't matter how many people you send over at him, he's going to have a good look.
Stojakovic tried that little curl inside, couldn't get position on Griffin. Divac now comes to the paint. Christie dribbles through the pick and roll, and Divac 59 for the big four as they came up with 103. Sacramento put up 36 in the first. Dallas put up 39 in the second. And we're at 67-65. First 90 seconds of quarter three. Game three, remember they play back-to-back. Game four is right here in Arco tomorrow night. Start time just an hour later. 7:30 Pacific. Nowitzki for three. Good job by Stojakovic sealing in the lane to get the rebound. Mike Bibby's offensive aggression was pretty solid in that first quarter. Stojakovic shoots a triple. I love it when the net doesn't move. Brad and Bill were talking about that on Thursday. He's 3 of 4 from behind the arc.
I'm sorry. How does he get that wide open? How does he get that wide open? That's one guy you grab and you stay and you let everybody rotate around you. You say, I'm not going nowhere, pal.
Two for Adrian Griffin. Dallas retakes the lead. So Griffin has a half dozen here in this game. Griffin and LaFrentz, as a matter of fact, the only two non-Big Four guys to score. Good show. Over Nowitzki at three for Stojakovic.
Now when you tip the do-rag, you say nice shot. And head back towards the other end of the court.
7-footer flying at you.
As the Rock Band helmet would say, amen, nice shot.
Finley responds with a three. How about what Dallas is doing? 11 of 21 shooting the three here tonight after their great game two shooting performance, 17 of 32. They recover to Christie. His two is off the mark. Divac ripped it away from his own teammate.
Percentages are going to dictate they can't go another 11 for 21 the rest of this game. And yeah, I believe it is. I really do. I mean, you have to be able to get stops at certain points of the game. Lakers played like this, and Lakers went a three-point shooting team, but they used to fire up and down the court as well as anybody. But
the league was more like that.
Sure. No, I believe you can, Mike. I really do. I mean, you still have to play some semblance of defense, and at the end of the game, you've got to be able to get 4 or 5 stops in a row. But you can play like this and win a championship.
4 to shoot. Finley in the air to Eduardo Najera. Dumped down to Finley, was raked away by Stojakovic. Do some fancy dribbling to get out of traffic. Najera couldn't keep that alive.
Well, I think, you know what, I really believe that it would help the league if a team like one of these two won an NBA championship. More guys who could handle, could shoot, and you could say, hey, that's a way you can play and still win a championship.
Stojakovic, guys who are playing the 3 and the 4 doing that.
Come on. Well, I don't know how you say your free throw shooting stinks in Serbia, but right now, in the second half, boy, you know things are going wrong when he misses 2 free throws.
They're 2 of 6 from the line. Stojakovic nearly a 90% shooter, missing both there. Tied at 72. Our second tie of the night. But he gets it right back. Dribbles through 4, tees up Bibby. That's goaltending. Nowitzki had that pass bounce off his shoulder, gets it back, plays the 2-man game with his buddy Steve Nash. Three to shoot. It's going to be Nowitzki. Nice fake to the left.
That's a joke. That's a guy. That's textbook defense. That is right in your face, and to be able to rise up and do that.
Vlade was looking for that quick pass, but nobody was there. Now Turkoglu re-tees Divac. Here comes the 13-year veteran. And the Mavs will have a chance for our 6th lead change of the night.
Nice defense by Najera. Oh, what do you know? A 3.
From up top by Finley, he missed it, and Turkoglu comes away with the board. First Turkish-born player in the NBA. The foul is on Najera. Will once again be on TNT.
Ouch.
Christie today at 4 on Steve Nash.
You can't receive the ball and get a foul call on you. Why didn't you tell me? I did tell you.
No, Donnie, his son made the hand signal clear at 4. I want you to know. He does have Van Exel in there. Now LaFrentz is going to come off the bench, and he might get Nash and let Van Exel play the point for the balance of the quarter. Raja Bell for a 2. Off the mark, every king imaginable, except the biggest guy. Divac was there for the rebound. Vlade's on the other end waiting. Stojakovic missed. Divac couldn't get the offensive board, but Van Exel. LaFrentz does come in for Nash, so he sits with 4. Stojakovic loses Finley easily. He hit another 3. 5 for 6 from downtown on their feet at Arco. Bell, another shot. Another miss. He's very kind in his words towards Paul Silas. And to reemphasize your last point, Michelle, it's not the first time Nelly has done it. George Karl was fired. Mike Schuler. Nelly invited him because he knows what it's like to be through that. Christie beats the clock, and a much-needed outside field goal for Doug. Gets sacked back on top by 7.
Well, that's a pastime for Nelly. Talking basketball and drinking beer. Just hanging out.
Watch some film.
Yep.
There's so many good minds around this Dallas team. They've got more assistant coaches than half the league, it seems, but so many good basketball people that Mark Cuban has put around this organization. They're going the other way? Nope. That'll be a blocking foul for the Kings. And it only took 1 minute and 33 to do it. Now we'll see what happens with Bibia.
Well, he is tough to guard. He's just so herky-jerky.
That's a 3 from Finley off the mark and boarded by Bobby Jackson, playing with the cracked orbital bone. Still, he has stuck his nose right in there tonight with 7 rebounds. Divac to Turkoglu. Couldn't finish. Nowitzki's been rather quiet here in the 3rd.
Well, if they don't double him, he's not going to be quiet very long.
You know, we're right so rarely. I'll just let that sit out there.
I wasn't going to touch it. I was going to let it go.
21 and 12 for Nowitzki. We tried that 2-man game with Turkoglu. That time Jackson faked the cut down the lane.
Boy, stretching oblique with that pass.
Jackson is blocked by LaFrentz and a foul.
That's the only mode this guy knows, both offensively and defensively.
When asked how painful it was, and Jackson's played through a lot of pain, it's the kind of guy he is. He just shook his head when I was talking to him before he goes, I haven't felt pain like that before. But the swelling was not there yesterday as they thought it would be. LaFrentz takes a 2 and missed it good. High stretching rebound for Christie. Rick Adelman was worried because he had the same injury when he was a player and thought it was going to be a little bit longer. But high enough that he didn't need the mask and has been in here and effective. Vlade over the head to Peja. Good job by LaFrentz staying active defensively. 8 to shoot. The clock never recycled. It never hit the rim. Stojakovic. In the quarter for Peja, 27 in the game. LaFrentz attacks the rim. LaFrentz misses badly on the free throw. He had made 8 of 9 thus far in the playoffs. Steve Nash has come back in. It was -7 for Dallas. A tied game went to a 7-point deficit during his absence. Divac. Well, everything has run through Vlade here in the middle 6 minutes of quarter number 3, and it's done Sacramento well. They lead by 9.
Well, he's taking the place. Everything would be running through Weber. If Weber were in the game, it's Vlade stepping up.
Nice wrinkle here in the second half by the Sacramento coaching staff. Nowitzki's pass is knocked away to try to keep Sacramento from getting too far away.
Well, it's just for them. I'd say getting the ball to Nowitzki is always a good option. And when you're living and dying by 3, sometimes when you get so hot from behind the arc, you don't realize when you've cooled off.
Right.
And in 3 minutes, you could be down 13 points. You say, oh my goodness, what just happened? So they can't just rely on the 3-point shot.
Divac is fouled. This time Chris Webber seems to be on the doorstep of success and something great happening to him. Something he knew it was bad right away. He said he heard a bit of a popping sound. LaFrentz runs the floor, gets the dunk. And as soon as it's 10, it's right back to 8. Divac shot the free throws and never got back on race.
What kind of transition defense is that? On a made free throw. He had him beat by 5 feet. Jeez. I've heard a bad transition defense, and that one takes the cake.
Stojakovic trying to keep it alive here in the third. Misfires, and the Mavs will try to hop back in it. Down 8. Nash playing with 4. Bibby sitting with 4. Finley left open for 3. And Michael Finley hasn't been able to get his stroke down tonight. Turkoglu comes away with the board. Finley is 5 of 15, Tom.
Can't lose your aggressiveness. You still got to be able to take it to the hole and make him play D.
Jackson rims one out, and Van Exel gets the board.
Now, Finley's much more than just a three-point shooter. He can get into the lane and get over you. And right now,
it's a hoist fest here.
Yeah.
Jackson with speed in the lane. Misfire. Nice defense there by Dallas. Track meet the other way. Nash to Finley. Van Exel runs to the line and shoots 3.
When are they going to shoot the money ball? Where's the money ball? Where's the money ball?
And Rick Adelman's furious with Peja for just hoisting here. Van Exel makes it.
Oh, he's not laughing.
No. 5 down. That means, hey, we're slowing down. Give me the big guy in the box and let's run some offense here.
Well, he talked about that earlier before the game. Let's not get caught up in it.
Yes.
And for that minute and a half right there, they were definitely caught up in it.
Here's 5 down. There's the big man in the box. Go get him.
Yeah, push.
On the French. Divac missed that one. And now 8 of 14 here in the quarter. Sacked by 7. 7 the difference between the game and shot clock. Turkoglu now gets Van Exel. Christie has defense with Nowitzki. They're trying to be physical. Lost the ball as he created contact. Van Exel fouls Turkoglu here tonight.
The 20 points, but Mavericks are just doing what they did earlier in the game. Now they're just missing three-pointers instead of making them.
You can't give a team 52 more free throw attempts in 3 games and expect to win a series. You just can't. You can't have 5 free throw attempts in a playoff game. It has been physical in the paint.
Well, with 2 seconds left, let's see whose turn it is here to throw up a 3.
Nowitzki. And we come to the end. 15 points as well. What struck you from the third quarter there, Tom?
Well, just Dallas' reliance on the three-point shot. When it's going great, you have a quarter like the second where you score 39. When it's not, you have quarters like the first and third where you score 23 and 20. They have to get back to being aggressive and taking it to the hole like the Kings have been doing. And the Kings, 0 turnovers there in the third quarter.
Hard to believe the pace of this game at 91-82. Sack didn't turn it over in the third. Van Exel a 3. So maybe it will be just the even quarters. They were 6 of 10 shooting in the second, 5 of 17 from behind the arc in the first and third. Van Exel now has 20 after his 36-point performance in Game 2. He had 20 in the first game. Stojakovic misses, Nowitzki the board, and Dallas gets back in this game so quickly. We saw it happen in the second.
And if they lose the lead, up 9 going into third, if the Mavericks start making a push, look for Divac maybe to get back off the bench. He was their focal point of the offense in the third quarter.
Nowitzki working Turkoglu, drew some defensive help.
You may have Chris Webber. Guy with long arm, can block shots, do stuff, but Keon Clark can't pass like Nowitzki, or like...
They get in the game the chance with the missed free throw, and the Webber nearly travels, and he had as bad a day professionally as he could ever have. His school is told, Michigan, a place he loves, a place he grew up, that they have to disassociate with him for 10 years because of what happened in the booster scandal that he faces trial for over the summer, and he gets the knee injury to likely keep him out the rest of the playoffs. Back to 4, 91-87. They go inside for Stojakovic. Great pass from Christie.
All right.
There you have it. Hey now, he's 2 of 6 from the line. 4 misses in the game. He only had 4 misses in his prior 7 playoff games this year. The 12th best shooter in the league. Missing a couple of easy ones. 6-point sack lead. LaFrance came to the goal, but didn't catch it. Nash just looked there like, come on, man. You can't do that. Christie, Stojakovic, they'll get a chance to make some more.
Oh, thank you. Well, when you shoot jump shots, it's hard to get to the free throw line. And that's all they've been doing.
It has been one-sided for Sacramento, all 3 games shooting free throws.
Well,
Nowitzki's head hit the ground.
they'll reverse it and have Nash come set a pick for Nowitzki, which is even doubly difficult because you never see that.
Jackson there defensively to deter. Van Exel got Christie in the air. Nick off the window. That's 5 in the quarter for Van Exel, who had a great scoring second quarter, now has 22 points here on the night. He had 13 in that second quarter. Christie rising up. Good weak side rebound by Stojakovic. What a game for Peja. He has 33 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Nash. Nothing.
I said earlier, you don't realize this guy, about 6'10", a big guy, can get in there and give you those offensive boards.
Peja went for 37 in a playoff game 2 years ago against the Phoenix Suns at America West. Christie inside. Keon Clark trying to keep it alive. 3 to shoot for Jimmy Jackson. Well, former Mav gets Joe and Gavin Maloof up and cheering.
I'm going to guess that's the last time you'll say that tonight. 3 to shoot.
That's right. Nick leading. Jackson the board.
Walt Williams in the game for the first time, and his instruction, stop Peja, guys.
He was 0 of 4, got into it with Hino Turkoglu at the back end of the blowout in game 2 and was ejected. And Williams right now has Keon Clark as Finley drew Peja off the switch. They hit Van Exel, then Nowitzki in the head. Jackson came away with the rebound. Bobby Jackson plays with Jim Jackson, Christie, Clark, and Stojakovic. Christie to Jimmy Jacks, the ex-Mav. Can't make the 3. Look at Stojakovic active on the glass and got it to go! Van Exel draws 2. Williams' first shot. A miss. Nash saving in front of the Michigan State sweats-wearing Mateen Cleaves on the bench. Van Exel on the take. 7 in the quarter for Nick. Maybe it's Mateen's lucky set of sweats.
It better be.
Or he was listening to One Shining Moment coming over. The leader, the heart and soul of Tom Izzo's championship team from 3 years ago, turned over as Christie and Jimmy Jackson played the 2-man game. Ash, 0 to 50 in 2.2. And that's goaltending. Dallas going to need some defensive stops. Sacramento's half-court offense has been very good here in half number 2, trying to take a 2-1 series lead. Bobby Jackson doing it alone. What a complete game he's had for a guy with a broken bone in his face. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists for Bobby Jackson. That was called.
And usually they run the pick and roll and try to post Nowitzki. Well, that time they ran the pick and roll and Nowitzki just went over to the weak side.
By the way, Tom, when Bibby went out earlier with 4, Nash connects. Bibby went out with his 4th. Sacramento was up 7. He comes back, they're up 10. So when Nash was on the bench with his 4 fouls, Dallas was -7. When Bibby was out, the Kings were +3. Speaks to what Don Nelson was talking about. Yes, the Weber injury is so devastating to them, but he feels Sacramento's a deeper team and can balance it out a little bit better than other teams would. Jackson missed, Bibby hit the deck hard. Nobody's feeling 100% this time of the year, but remember all these bumps and bruises. Adrian Griffin, Nash here, Bibby here, I should say. We go back-to-back. Game 4 starts in less than 24 hours. Jackson around Van Exel, wrap around Clark.
For a little guy, he sure lives in the pain, doesn't he?
Nash tries to quiet with a 3.
That's the great thing about Dallas. They can go cold for 4 minutes to get down 12, and in 2.5 minutes, they can be right back in your face.
Remember SportsCenter on as soon as we're done. Here in Sacramento, 10 to shoot. Bibby launching. And it's out. Nash circles it, draws everybody. Finley, one more pass. Williams 3 rims out. Well, it's got to be tough to come into this game especially and catch up with the pace. Bibby hands to Stojakovic. Went right at Williams, and Clark finished it. Keon Clark, 11 points. He hasn't missed a shot tonight. 5 of 5 and 5 rebounds. Van Exel takes Jackson in. It's the NBA on a regular basis. Some new people come along in playoffs. Got an email from a friend to stand so far back. To repeat the story, you might have heard Nick did it about 3.5, 4 years ago. He felt like all of his free throws were long. And jokingly, and he said it again tonight, back off a little bit. It's a little more in my range. But the 15-footer's too close for you? He said, yeah, I feel much more comfortable. He says percentage has improved, and it has since he's moved back on the line. Keon Clark, first field goal miss. I hit the shot clock.
It's about time to get Dirk Nowitzki involved, too. Had no shots this quarter, 4 for 11 since the first quarter, but he's just been a bystander. Looks a little tired, too. He's not moving, just kind of standing around, walking around.
Nash to Walt Williams, who couldn't convert inside. Bibby breaks out of the pack. Williams behind the play. Now he joins it. Bibby got in the lane, draws everybody. Clark couldn't catch. He purchased back in January of 2000. There have been a few times when we've seen plays that Chris Webber would normally have made fumbled by either Clark or Divac. Van Exel trying to stay hot here in the fourth quarter. 5 3-pointers for Van Exel. Nick has 28 on the night. 5-point game inside of 4 minutes. And Stojakovic heat up again. Look at Finley. No airspace to move. He spins, loses Finley.
You want to know how to be an all-star? Be able to hit shots like that. That's a tremendous defense.
Nash all the way. Jackson comes over defensively and fouls. Doesn't look like the guy who ended the regular season 3 of 27 shooting threes, does he?
When you're a great offensive player and you get things going, it's hard for one guy to stop you.
Steve Nash, 5 boards and 7 assists to go with his 24-point night. He has 24, Nowitzki 23, Van Exel 28. You're going to need them all here in the final 3:20. Bibby, the time lost Nash, but threw it away. Nowitzki fouled up at midcourt and is 5 on Mike Bibby. And Nowitzki makes his first shot of the quarter.
The last 3 minutes and 15 seconds. It's just watching him. He's not posting up as aggressively as he once was. He's setting the pick and roll, flaring over to the weak side. We'll see if they can get him incorporated in the offense the last 3 minutes of the game.
He was 5 of 7 in the first quarter, 4 of 11 from the field since. Half-court execution could be the deciding factor. 10 to go. Same matchup, Stojakovic around Finley. The runner with the right hand won't go. Got it back. Not again. Clark keeps it alive. To Bibby, and they'll back it out with 2:45 to go in the fourth. Same place. They love this matchup. Clark's going to help. Does it on his own. Van Exel goes up and gets it. A 3 can tie. Nash squares the game at 109.
We run a little pick and roll with Bobby Jackson here. Mike Bibby hasn't really been all that effective running the pick and roll.
Clark fouled by Walt Williams. He held him. A 7-0 run by the Mavs have squared this game. 3 timeouts, every foul, free throws.
Rings the bell, and today in the second half, haven't been able to capitalize on the freebies.
They have missed 10 free throws. Sacramento has attempted 23 more free throws than Dallas. Nash for the lead. Missed it. Stojakovic the rebound.
Oh, they're going to live with it. They're going to die with it. The three-point shot it's got him behind tonight, and it's got him back into it.
Setting another record from behind the arc tonight, Dallas. 15 of 35 attempts. Nearly the steal forced by Walt Williams. 5 to shoot. It's Bibby. It's 3. Nowitzki on the board. Dirk's 17th to go with his 25 points. 90 seconds left. Van Exel posting Bibby. Nick got him in the air, got to the cup, and got fouled. Van Exel squares the game. Second best ever to the 90 Boston Celtics.
He's a great passer off the double teams and the pick and rolls.
Nowitzki will get him. Bobby Jackson matches up on Raja Bell. Finley tries to deny airspace to Stojakovic. Here is Divac. Looking, waiting for cutters. They clear the lane for him. Vlade across the lane, pitches out. Bibby up top, triple. It's good! He hit big shots all playoffs last year. Makes one there by 2. Van Exel stepping back and launching 3. Air ball. Divac the rebound. To Stojakovic. Nelly says no foul. Play it out. They want to
get it right back to Divac in the low post.
Same deal. Nowitzki tries to front him this time. Vlade gets position. 8 to shoot. Christie clears space. The double comes. Stojakovic for a back-breaking 3. Raja Bell gets the board. They say go with 15 seconds. 2-point game. Nelly loves to keep it on the floor. Nash drives. Raja Bell's not going to take it. Van Exel will. 7 to shoot. Van Exel in the lane for the tie. He got it. Timeout, Sacramento. Raja Bell guarding Bobby Jackson. Finley will try to deny Peja. Nowitzki, Nash, and Van Exel. It's Bibby in the corner for 2. Off the rim. It's tipped up. Christie got it up. No good, and we will go to overtime. I think that would have counted if it would have gone. In overtime this year. And the tip controlled by Bibby.
Well, if the trend holds, this should be a Kings quarter. They've owned the odd quarters, and Dallas has owned the even quarters.
The French takes a seat. We have not seen Sean Bradley at all in action tonight.
I would try to run as much stuff as I could through Vlade Divac.
When they were good in the half court.
Right now, he's got Walt Williams on him. He can't guard him.
Divac faking, taking, making.
Too big for him. But now you got to take advantage of who's Vlade going to guard defensively.
A 3 from Finley. A little defensive confusion there. Christie didn't get over defensively.
Well, that was just bad recognition. You know what they're looking for. You've seen it for 48 minutes.
Bibby looked at the line. Short on 3. Jackson chased it down. Hoisting. Side of the glass. Nowitzki looking to get going in the OT. Hasn't taken many shots at all since halftime.
Well, it'd be tough to ask this guy to get his rhythm back. 3.5 minutes left to go in overtime when he didn't even shoot hardly at all in the fourth quarter.
His first shot since the third quarter. There it is, Nowitzki defensively this time on Divac. Didn't get it to go. Nash pushed Williams. Nobody has him. Good recovery defensively. Nash almost lost the handle. Bobby Jackson lost him. Nash got a step. Divac came over. Good body control by Steve. Dallas up 3 with 3:15 to go in OT. 29 for Nash. To go with 32 for Van Exel and 25 for Nowitzki. Stojakovic has led Sacramento with 37. Christie a 3. Big shot as his confidence has returned a little bit from the outside here tonight. All even at 118. Each team has 5 overtime points. Mismatch underneath. Finley with Bibby. Williams gets it to Finley, and he attacks the rim.
The Wizard coming in creating a little offense.
Just fun, exciting basketball. Hard to sit down for the fans. Jackson goes in all the way. Missed it. Divac did not.
I guess the question could be posed, and even though Keon Clark did a nice job on the boards in the fourth quarter, where was Vlade Divac for the entirety of the fourth?
Williams going to take a three and knock it down. Walt Williams, a big triple. Fear the turtle. The former Maryland star. Divac lost the handle, and Finley takes it away. Nash is pushing the bounce for Van Exel. Keeps it alive to Nowitzki. Can't get that shot to go. So out of rhythm.
Oh, why take a layup when you take a jumper?
Already 90 seconds left in a non-stop overtime. A three for Christie again! That's the first time Chris Webber smiled in 2 days. Everybody up. All even at 123. Nowitzki cutting. No whistle. Stojakovic the board.
Well, he can post him up. Somebody's going to have to come over and help him, or it's back him down.
He's doing it across the lane, and the foul is called. Stojakovic. Hospitalized for a blocked artery today in Los Angeles. Recap of the Pistons-Sixers Game 3 earlier tonight on ESPN. Divac on the switch. Where's the mismatch? Finley taking three. In and out. Vlade on the board. Ooh, he almost traveled. Whoa. Huge possession. This place will erupt if Sacramento can get this one. Divac to the office. Nowitzki fights him. Ready to come across the lane. Will he shoot or kick? Oh. Got it back. Foul. Missed them both. And time is called. With Williams and Nowitzki, Dallas has the size to get to the glass. And the foul called out high. Stojakovic and Bibby have 5 personal fouls. 3 seconds the difference, game and shot. Nash got free. So Walt Williams inside for the dunk. All square at 125. Shot clock off. Now take it at midcourt. Bobby Jackson to trigger. Raja Bell out defensively. And here we go.
You can't wait too long here. Yep. You don't want to get off a bad shot.
Stojakovic to Divac. Clock at 5.
Gotta go.
Here is Peja. He's had a career night. This one for the win is short. And we're going to double overtime. Player coming off the bench to score 30-plus points in back-to-back playoff games. And Sean Bradley makes an appearance.
Oh, nice outlet pass.
And Bobby Jackson connects.
Nelly's like, what happened? Are you kidding me?
Complete freeze there.
I give Bradley an assist for that one. There's one hop right there. At Dallas right now, they've just been trying to get the ball to either Van Exel or Nash. Let him break the defender down and score or find somebody.
Nick in the lane, gets it, and a foul. In the opening quarter, so Sacramento to win Game 3 here has to do it without Chris Webber and Mike Bibby. Arguably their 2 most important players. Dallas 1-point lead. Remember, they play back-to-back nights, so they come right back and do it again tomorrow. Double overtime was not in the plans for either side. Vlade, no basket, fouled by Nowitzki.
Big form down the low block.
Ouch. Kick to Christie. Missed his 3. Nowitzki comes and gets the rebound. Falling out of bounds, calls for time.
Dirk Nowitzki, just a wonderful night on the boards. 19 rebounds.
Career playoff best.
Yeah, I mean, he's been, he hasn't scored no field goals in the last 20-plus minutes, but he's been doing a job on the defensive end. But right now, it's all about Nick Van Exel and Steve Nash breaking guys down. That's what they're doing.
You got 2 who can do it, and maybe their point guard defenders out. Van Exel on the runner. Didn't get it. Rebound, Jimmy Jackson. With Bobby Jackson, Vlade Divac, Stojakovic and Christie for Sacramento.
And give Finley some credit, too, for sticking on Peja Stojakovic, not letting him get off, and not letting him get a shot off.
Van Exel runs into the traffic. Nowitzki picked up the foul. That's 5 on Dirk.
Vladdy's saying, he has 5. Give me the ball.
You got it. Help's coming. Over Nowitzki off the window. Sacramento back on top. 20 and 10 for Divac.
A high pick and roll. You got to make sure you get back to this guy because he can shoot it.
Williams comes right to the goal. Underneath. Scoop shot by Williams.
This one's had it all.
It really has. What we expected from this series. Don't get it till game 3. Sacramento, a terrific effort without Chris Webber. 10 to shoot. Christie, nice move to the right. Got close. Got 2 as he attacked the rim.
Let's not let this one end. Let's keep it going. Stay here till 2 in the morning. Till everybody fouls out.
You don't have to work the back-to-back. They do. Nash goes all the way over. Jimmy Jackson! Nash! He has 31. Van Exel has 35. Stojakovic has 39. 5 lead changes in this overtime, and we're only halfway through. Overtime 2. Divac's coming down. No foul by Nowitzki. Jackson off the window. Gives us another lead change. Come on! Nelly says, go get him!
Watching from 3.
Williams again. Doug Christie gets the rebound.
We've had a stop.
Still what it comes down to. Got to make a stop here somewhere. Nowitzki trying to front the lob for Vlade. Jimmy
Nice
Jackson
pass.
missed it. Rebound 20 for Dirk. Nash with an open lane, cut off by Christie. Find a Van Exel, that's 3. That's good! The amazing Nick Van Exel has 38 in the game. 23 since the third quarter ended.
Vladdy's trying to set another screen for Bobby Jackson so he can drive baseline.
Peja lost it on the way up to Divac. 5 to shoot, hand to Bobby Jackson. Nope, that's off. Who's gonna get the board? It's out.
Well, they're really doing a nice job attacking Vladdy Divac offensively. His guy coming out to set the screen and make Vladdy Divac run around and try to rotate. So far, the point guards, Van Exel and Nash, have been able to penetrate and get someone open.
Walt Williams again. Will he hit this 3? Yes, he does! The Wizard! A guy who Maryland coach Gary Williams gave so much credit to because he stayed at that program when there was probation there and helped lay a foundation. 10 points. You see a guy who has not done much in the playoffs. As I mentioned, he was on the bench for 5 of the prior 9 Maverick playoff games. He's only played a total of 48 minutes. Huge possession for Sacramento here, down 5. Stojakovic at 3. He missed it, and Eduardo Najarro hasn't played in about a half. Picks up the rebound and is fouled. Williams, the long trigger to Nowitzki.
Well, you got to foul. If you got one to give, you foul.
Peja has 5. Dallas is the one with 1 to give.
Yeah.
Christie swiping at it. They'll try to play it out here. Van Exel lost Christie. Big shot. Won't go. Got to squeeze the rebound. Bobby Jackson does. Still time. Sacramento still alive. Jackson runs all the way to get the quick 2. It's a 3-point game. Divac's out. Stojakovic, Turkoglu back in. Jimmy Jackson, Bobby Jackson, and Christie. Remember, if you're just joining us, Mike Bibby has fouled out.
I wouldn't forget about Turkoglu either.
Shot clock is off. 20 seconds to go. Sacramento needs a 3 to tie the game. Who's going to take it? They switch with Stojakovic. Bobby Jackson goes to the hole. Didn't get it. Jimmy Jackson on the follow. It's a 1-point game. Now can Dallas inbound it this time? They find Nowitzki.
Got to get somebody.
Van Exel running, and they foul Nick.
And the only trouble you run into here, if he makes both, they can foul before you get off a 3.
Off they go. 3-point game. They're going to do it on the run. Jackson for the tie. Missed it. Rebound, Bell. And did we get a foul call? Yes, we did. Meeks. Missed it. Turkoglu gets the rebound, flings it, and it is all over. The Dallas Mavericks take a 2-1 series lead in double overtime, 141 to 137. They get 116 points from their big four. Van Exel had 40, Nash had 31, Nowitzki 25, Finley 20. And tomorrow night, Sacramento, a team that won 59 games and had a great regular season, plays with huge pressure to even the series on TNT. With Michelle and Tom, Mike Tirico. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Good night from Sacramento. Off we go immediately to SportsCenter.